us all the details right now. So, emergency landing by IAF helicopter. Major accident has been averted. The tweet coming in right now also says that all crew and aircraft are safe, and the rectification party has now reached the site. We keep getting you top updates on India's #1 news channel, Republic TV, coming up on the other side. Days after violence killed at least 70. Home Minister Shah in Manipur to take stock of the situation. Amid fresh violence in Manipur, demand for NRC grows. Stay tuned. Republic TV, #1 on television, soon on digital this July.
Republic TV has been #1 for the last 6 years. We've reported some of the biggest stories that matter. We have changed the face of Indian television journalism, and now we are about to do the same on digital. Republic on digital this July.
माननीय प्रधानमंत्री अभी गणपति होम में भाग ले रहे हैं।
सर्वजनानुरंजक निखिल प्रपंच आदर्श भूत अत्युत्कृष्ट परिपालना व्यवस्था सिद्ध्यर्थम तदर्थम अस्मिन् संसद भवने योग्य निर्णय करणार्थम निर्णीतानां कार्याणां सकल प्रतिबंधक निवृत्ति पूर्वकं सफलता सिद्ध्यर्थम सर्वत्र विजयार्थम सर्वेषां जनानां सुख संतोषाद्यभिवृद्ध्यर्थम समस्ताभ्युदयार्थम संसद भवन प्रवेशांगत्वेन कृतानां सुदर्शन होम वास्तु होमादीनां अतिशय फल प्राप्त्यर्थम श्री महागणपति प्रीत्यर्थम श्री महागणपति होम पूर्णाहुतिम आचार्य मुखेन करिष्ये। ये तो बात
माननीय प्रधानमंत्री अभी संकल्प ले रहे हैं।
बृहदुदरमशेषं भूतिरूपं पुराणम् अमरवरसुपूज्यं रक्तवर्णं सुरेशं पशुपतिसुतमीशं विघ्नराजं नमामि। श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। मनोरथान्
Republic has been #1 for the last 6 years, and in these 6 years you've loved us, you've supported us, you've stood by us, and we at Republic have broken the biggest news stories. We've set the nation's news agenda, and now we are ready for the big disruption on digital. Yes, so that you don't miss a moment of what's going on in the country and around the world. Republic on digital this July.
Republic #1 on TV, now soon on digital this July.
For 6 years, you've trusted Republic TV with breaking news, views and debates. For the very first time, we're bringing #1 news brand on digital. Stay tuned for Republic Digital this July.
Republic #1 on TV, now soon on digital this July.
#1 on TV.
Motorola, India's best 5G smartphone brand.
All right, viewers, let's get to a quick update coming in right now. Now, what we are seeing is that Arvind Kejriwal is set to meet
Sitaram Yechuri at the CPF headquarters to seek support against the ordinance. Not the first time, he's already met many other opposition leaders from Nitish Kumar to even Sharad Pawar, Mamata Banerjee. He is going from one opposition leader to another opposition leader, trying to get support, trying to gain support over the ordinance, which now gives control of the services to the centre. So right now, Arvind Kejriwal, one more meeting planned, and now he will next seek CPM support. Let's move ahead, viewers, to the other stories we are tracking. In fact, much more coming up on the other side. As we continue getting the top updates, we are live and breaking. Bihar CM Nitish Kumar's bid to unite opposition parties. Parties meeting would likely to be held in Bihar's capital, Patna, on June 12th.
Number one on TV, now soon on digital. Republic on digital this July. For the last 6 years, Republic TV has been the number one channel on TV. On television, day after day, night after night, you, the viewer, have been coming back to us for our investigative reports, our reportage from different parts of the country and the world, our opinions on TV that make us number one. And through our struggles and through everything that we've done to be the number one channel on TV, it's now time for digital. Republic on digital this July. Republic number one on TV, now soon on digital this July.
Republic has been number one for the past 6 years. We've broken the biggest stories and reported from where it mattered most. We've disrupted the broadcast news media from India. And now we are coming to digital. Republic on digital this July. Republic TV, number one on television, soon on digital this July. For 6 years, you've trusted Republic TV with breaking news, views and debates. For the very first time, we're bringing number one news brand on digital. Stay tuned for Republic Digital this July. Republic, number one on TV, now coming to digital. Republic on digital this July.
Republic TV has been number one for the last 6 years. We've reported some of the biggest stories, stories that matter. We have changed the face of Indian television journalism, and now we are about to do the same on digital. Republic on digital this July.
Republic number one on TV, now soon on digital this July. Republic TV has been number one on television for the past 6 years. We broke the biggest stories and reported from where it mattered. We disrupted broadcast news television in India, and now we are all set to go digital. Republic on digital this July.
माननीय प्रधानमंत्री अभी
Good morning and welcome back. You are watching live and breaking on Republic TV, and I'm Nupur Talwar Suri. First up, a look at the top headlines we're tracking at 11:30 this morning. Days after violence killed at least 70 people, the Home Minister Amit Shah is in Manipur to take stock of the situation. Amid fresh violence in Manipur, demand for NRC grows. Sachin Pilot and Ashok Gehlot are summoned to the national capital. President of the Congress party, Mallikarjun Kharge, will be holding discussions with both. Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar's bid to unite the opposition parties continues. Party is likely to meet in Patna on the 12th of June.
3, 2, 1, 0. Plus 5 seconds.
Lift off normal.
प्रज्वलन और सफलतापूर्ण उत्थापन GSLV F12 का
The GSLV F12 successfully places navigation satellite, the NVS-01, into intended orbit, says ISRO. Well, the Union Home Minister Amit Shah will embark on his 3-day visit to the violence-hit Manipur to resolve the ongoing crisis. In a statement, the United People's Front and the Kuki National Organization have said that they're looking forward to the Union Home Minister Amit Shah's forthcoming visit to the state of Manipur. Now, even as the state, of course, awaits the visit of the Home Minister, there has been fresh violence that has been reported from Manipur. Nearly 5 people are reported to have died in the latest round of violence.
As the law and order situation continues to remain grim across the state of Manipur, there have been repeated attempts by mobs to loot arms and ammunition from the police stations. Right now, we are standing outside the Porompat police station in Imphal West district, where mob tried to loot the arms and ammunition yesterday. It may be mentioned that till 2 a.m. in the morning, police had to fire several rounds in the air in order to disperse the mob. Tear gas cells were also fired. It may be mentioned that in the morning too, some mobs tried to come and enter the police station in order to loot the arms and ammunitions. Not only the police station, but the patrolling parties now also being targeted by the mobs in order to loot the arms and ammunitions. The situation across the state of Manipur continues to remain volatile. In several places, firing and gun battle between the state police forces and the underground militants continue. With video journalist Ashok, I am Aniruddha Bhakat and this is Republic Media Network.
Now, even as the Home Minister, of course, is scheduled to visit Manipur, there has been a fresh bout of violence and about 5 people have died in these recent clashes. One of them is also a police personnel.
Situation has turned violent once again in Manipur. Right now I am reporting from Sandan Pokpi area in Kumbi assembly segment of Bishnupur district, and in Sandan Pokpi since 1:30 a.m. exchange of fire between the Kuki underground militants and the Manipur state police forces as well as the commandos continue. It may be mentioned that Kuki underground militants are in suspension of operation, which the government of India as well as the state government of Manipur talks are still on with the Sioux militants who are in suspension of operation, and that is one reason why now there is a demand growing in Manipur that immediately talks with the Sioux militants or the Kuki underground organizations who are in suspension of operation but are attacking the state police forces should be revoked. There should be no talks with the Kuki underground militants who are again and again violating the laid down norms of the suspension of operation.
Now, even as the Home Minister, of course, is going to be talking to both sides, we are told that the Meithing community has been asking for the implementation of the NRC to identify illegal immigrants into Manipur. Our correspondent sent us this report.
With the situation in Manipur once again turning violent. Women from various areas of Manipur have hit the street. Right now we are in Kumbi, and you can see here is a demonstration going on by the women of the area who are strongly demanding updation of the National Register of Citizen in Manipur. There is an allegation that most of the immigrants from Myanmar have made it to the voters list in Manipur, and that is one reason behind this ongoing violence. There have been many who are opposed to ST status to the Metis. Also, there are many Kuki organizations particularly who are opposing updation of the NRC in the state of Manipur. With video journalist Ashok, I am Anuruddha Bhagat, and this is Republic Media Network.
And moving on, the Border Security Force has shot down another surveillance another drone near the India-Pakistan international border in Punjab's Amritsar.
Another Pakistani drone has been shot down by BSF Jawans at international border in Amritsar and recovered 2 packets of the drugs that was carried by the drone. And in fact, this drone was shot down by the BSF last night when the interception has been heard by the BSF Jawans on the patrolling, and in fact immediately they opened the fire. And even the most important point is that this is the 3rd interception in the last 24 hours at international border in Amritsar itself. In first interception, the drone has been shot down and recovered 3 packets, and 1 person has been arrested who supposed to receive the consignment of the drugs sent from the Pakistan. And in fact, another day, another night, another drone sent by the Pakistani drug smugglers has been shot down by BSF Jawans. So 3 interceptions in last 24 hours, and even in the Amritsar sector. And activities in the Amritsar sector has been escalated by the BSF, and the patrolling has also been escalated just because every second day the Pakistanis are sending the drones and sending the drugs consignments that has been foiled by the BSF Jawans.
Now, as the Congress in fact faces a backlash over the delivery of promises made before the election, Satish Jarkioli has said that it is not possible to give a guarantee scheme to everyone like throwing a guarantee card from door to door in an election. It has just been 15 days since the Congress has come to power.
ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ನಮ್ಮ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಬಂದು ಎಷ್ಟು ವರ್ಷ ಆಯ್ತು? ಈಗ 15 ದಿವಸ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. 50,000 ವಯಸ್ಸಿನವರು 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 ಅಲ್ಲ, ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು, ಹೇಗೆ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಒಂದು ತಂದೆ ಮಾನದಂಡ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಹಂಗೆ ಅವ್ರು ಕೊಡಲಿವಾಗ ನಾವು ಚುನಾವಣೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಜಾಗೃತಿ ಕಾಡುವಾಗ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಕಷ್ಟವಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಅಂತರದ ಅಭಿಯಾನ ಜಾಗೃತಿ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ.
So essentially the Congress party asking for more time to put in to policy those election promises that they had made earlier. Satish Jarkioli over there saying that we will deliver on the promises, but we need some time to fulfill them.
ಸೃಷ್ಟಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅದು ನಮ್ಮ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ರ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿ, ವಿರೋಧ ಪಕ್ಷದವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿಲ್ಲ. ಒಟ್ಟು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಯಾರು ಬಿಜೆಪಿ ಅವರ, JDS ಅವರ, ನಾವು ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿ, ಅದು ನಮ್ಮ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ. ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ನಮ್ಮ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಬಂದು ಎಷ್ಟು ವರ್ಷ ಆಯ್ತು? ಈಗ 15 ದಿವಸ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. 50,000 ವಯಸ್ಸಿನವರು 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 ಅಲ್ಲ, ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು, ಹೇಗೆ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಒಂದು ತಂದೆ ಮಾನದಂಡ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಹಂಗೆ ಅವ್ರು ಕೊಡಲಿವಾಗ ನಾವು ಚುನಾವಣೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಜಾಗೃತಿ ಕಾಡುವಾಗ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಕಷ್ಟವಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಅಂತರದ ಅಭಿಯಾನ ಜಾಗೃತಿ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ.
All right. So obviously there are a large number of promises that were made in the manifesto of the Congress party, and there are now demands that from the people of Karnataka that they fulfill it. the first reaction that we are getting, of course, from the Congress party's Satish Jarkioli seems to suggest that it will take some time for them. Let's also listen into a comment that has come in from the Deputy Chief Minister.
Whatever 15 lakh account rupees they said that they are going to put to our account, no. First they fulfill that promise. Let them fulfill their manifesto. They were in power. Let them do it. We know what to do, how to do, when to do. We know we will do it. Be patient. Let them comment. We welcome their comments.
So you are holding serial number of meetings today to discuss about the development and the disaster.
We want to give a new shape to the Bangalore. Bangalore for a better Bangalore, for a global Bangalore, for a global Karnataka. We wanted to give a new shape. We are planning it.
Well, Prajwal now joins us on the broadcast. Prajwal, good morning. Prajwal, the Deputy Chief Minister who also holds the portfolio for Bangalore's development, talking to you about the promises made by the Congress party. Also, you know, in a sense saying that there is going to be more time needed to deliver.
Absolutely, because now the Congress in its initial manifesto had promised that all these 5 guarantees will be implemented in the first cabinet meeting in itself. But now looking at the technicalities of it and also the barriers in terms of how they would actually implement it and who are the beneficiaries, that is something which is creating a lot of confusion as well as chaos in Karnataka too, because we are seeing now and then that the public servants are being attacked. Today, this morning, we saw Minister Satish Jarkioli for the Public Works Department had stated that guarantees are not as easy as how we distributed guarantee cards during the election. So somewhere the minister in himself agrees to the fact that distributing guarantees is something completely different from going ahead and implementing it on the ground as well. So this has turned out to be a huge problem for them, and therefore now Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivkumar stating that the next cabinet meeting, which is the second cabinet meeting, will be held on the 1st of June, which is a Thursday as well. And only then will they go ahead and take a call on it, and they will also make sure as to who the beneficiaries are will be mentioned clearly by them, only after which it can be implemented.
All right. So Prajwal over there bringing us the latest as far as Karnataka is concerned. Thank you for joining us. The Congress over there saying that they will need to look at the beneficiaries and work out on those promises. Do remember that a lot of focus is being placed by the Karnataka government on Bengaluru, and the Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivakumar has been given charge of affairs of Bengaluru. Of course, there seems to be some amount of confusion within the Congress party over the deliverance of promises in the manifesto. Do remember that they had said in the manifesto that it will be the first cabinet meeting when all these freebies will be distributed, but that hasn't happened so far. However, the focus on Bengaluru seems to be quite firm. We are given to understand that the Deputy Chief Minister of Karnataka, D.K. Shivakumar, who also holds the portfolio for Bengaluru's development, has already held a series of meetings. So pictures on your screen, of course, are of the cabinet meeting that was held. Of course, today also there was an announcement of the various portfolios that came in. The Chief Minister, of course, is also keeping finance with him. So in a sense, the Congress party seeking more time to be able to deliver on the promises that have been made in its manifesto. But even as this happens, of course, there are comments that are coming in from Congress leaders which seem to be in divergence of views of the top leadership of the Congress party. We just heard Satish Jarkioli over there saying that we will need more time to deliver. Let me go back across on the ground to Prajwal, who joins us live right now. Prajwal, obviously, you know, these promises that have been made in the portfolio will have to also, you know, be fiscally prudent. Prajwal, are you there? Prajwal, if you can hear me, I was asking you that this delivering on the promises for the Congress party will have to be will be challenging, because obviously several of these measures will also have to be fiscally prudent, and that is something that the new government will have to keep in mind.
Yes, more or so that seems to be the case now, because somewhere Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivkumar earlier, before he spoke to us, he's also spoken and he stated that it is Siddaramaiah who is the Chief Minister, and also he is the Finance Minister,
and also he is the Finance Minister in itself. And as he is the Finance Minister, he also has this to prove for himself. And apart from which, one of the major problems would be as to what is the sort of dent it would be causing the state exchequer in itself. Because from what we understand and the estimates which has now been given out by the experts, it will cost anywhere between 60,000 to 65,000 crores annually to implement these 5 guarantees in itself. So from where will they be bringing this amount of money to go ahead and dole out the freebies is one of the major questions. Secondly, there is no clarity as to who are the beneficiaries of it, because when they were stating about the 200 units of free electricity that will be given, they stated that irrespective of them whether having a BPL card or not, it will be given to everybody in itself. But what happens if they cross the 200 unit slab? That is something which has not been mentioned, because remember that if they are going to give 200 units of free electricity, after which what would go on to happen? If it is 205 units, whether the people will have to pay for...
जो मेरी सबमिशन आपसे ये है कि 9 सालों में जो काम हुआ है वो कभी भी पिछले आप 1947 से लेकर इतने कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड तरीके से, इतने आंकड़े एक तरफ हैं, पर बाकी मैं आपको पीपीटी हम शुरू करें। मैं पीपीटी थोड़ी लंबी है, इसलिए मैंने रिक्वेस्ट किया कि उसकी हार्ड कॉपी आप सबको दे दी जाए। तो मैं पीपीटी में से कुछ स्लाइड्स लेके आपको उसके बारे करता हूं। आप स्लाइड आगे करिए, एक मिनट। हाँ, ये नहीं, ये वैक्सीन पे आ जाइए। देखिए 2019 में आप एक पहला जो हमें 2019 के आखिर में और 2020 के शुरुआत में महामारी का सामना करना पड़ा हमें। उस समय हमारे हेल्थ सेक्टर की क्या स्थिति थी, मैं आपके साथ ये जानकारी आपको देना चाहता हूं कि 2004 और 2014 में जो कांग्रेस और यूपीए की सरकार थी, जो हमारी पब्लिक सेक्टर में वैक्सीन मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कैपेसिटी थी वो उन्होंने बंद कर दी। जब हमें महामारी का सामना करना पड़ा, उस समय हमारी स्थिति ये थी कि हमारे पास ना तो हेल्थ सेक्टर के लिए पीपीईज थे, वैक्सीन को तो छोड़ ही दीजिए। एक नई शुरुआत की, और आज हम बड़े गर्व के साथ कह सकते हैं कि जो वैक्सीन मैन्युफैक्चरिंग और हेल्थ सेक्टर की जो रेस्टोरेशन हुई है, ये एक अपने आप में एक बड़ी मेजर सक्सेस स्टोरी है। ये स्लाइड बता रही है कि 220 करोड़ वैक्सीन बनाई गई और मुफ्त बांटी गई। मेरी अपनी जानकारी है कि ये थोड़ा फिगर भी डेटेड है, और 224 करोड़ से अधिक वैक्सीन डोजेस मैन्युफैक्चर हुई और देश भर में बांटी गई। और दुनिया में 190 से अधिक देश हैं, उनमें से मैं समझता हूं कि 130 के करीब में हमारी वैक्सीन एक्सपोर्ट की गई है।
You are watching Republic TV, and coming up next, Bihar's Chief Minister Nitish Kumar makes another bid to unite the opposition.
Republic TV, #1 on television, soon on digital, this July.
Republic TV has been #1 for the last 6 years. We've reported some of the biggest stories that matter. We have changed the face of Indian television journalism, and now we are about to do the same on digital. Republic on digital this July.
माननीय प्रधानमंत्री अभी गणपति होम में भाग ले रहे हैं।
सर्वजनानुरंजक निखिल प्रपंच आदर्शभूत अत्युत्कृष्ट परिपालना व्यवस्था सिद्ध्यर्थम तदर्थम अस्मिन् संसद् भवने योग्य निर्णयकरणार्थं निर्णीतानां कार्याणां सकल प्रतिबन्धक निवृत्तिपूर्वकं सफलता सिद्ध्यर्थं सर्वत्र विजयार्थं सर्वेषां जनानां सुख संतोषाद्यभिवृद्ध्यर्थं समस्ताभ्युदयार्थं संसद् भवन प्रवेशाङ्गत्वेन कृतानां सुदर्शन होम वास्तु होमादीनाम् अतिशय फलप्राप्त्यर्थं श्री महागणपति प्रीत्यर्थं श्री महागणपति होम पूर्णाहुतिम् आचार्य मुखेन करिष्ये।
माननीय प्रधानमंत्री अभी संकल्प ले रहे हैं।
बृहदुदरवशेषं भूतिरूपं पुराणम् अमरवरसुपूज्यं रक्तवर्णं सुरेशं पशुपतिसुतमीशं विघ्नराजं नमामि। श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। मनोरथान्
Republic has been number one for the last 6 years. And in these 6 years, you've loved us, you've supported us, you've stood by us. And we at Republic have broken the biggest news stories. We've set the nation's news agenda. And now we are ready for the big disruption on digital. Yes, so that you don't miss a moment of what's going on.
News is coming in. We are now learning that the Congress party has decided against supporting the Aam Aadmi party on the matter of the ordinance. Now, do remember that this pertains to the ordinance that was essentially put in place, curbing the Delhi government's powers over appointments to bureaucrats. So the Congress party, of course, has now come out and said that it will not be supporting the Aam Aadmi party. Now, this, of course, is something that will come as a setback to the Aam Aadmi party. Do remember that Arvind Kejriwal had essentially asked all opposition parties to come and support it in the matter of the ordinance. So for the Aam Aadmi party, this is going to come as a huge setback since it was hoping that all political parties would support it in the Rajya Sabha and essentially would defeat the ordinance if it were to be introduced as a bill in the next session of Parliament. Do remember that this, of course, comes because the Aam Aadmi party and the Congress are mainly seen not as allies but as opponents. And coming up next, days after violence killed at least 70 people, the Home Minister is in Manipur today. And fresh violence is reported in Manipur.
Number one on TV, now soon on digital. Republic on digital this July. For the last 6 years, Republic TV has been the number one channel on TV. On television, day after day, night after night, you, the viewer, have been coming back to us for our investigative reports, our reportage from different parts of the country and the world, our opinions on TV that make us number one. And through our struggles and through everything that we've done to be the number one channel on TV, it's now time for digital. Republic on digital this July. Republic number one on TV, now soon on digital this July.
Republic has been number one for the past 6 years. We've We've broken the biggest stories and reported from where it mattered most. We've disrupted the broadcast news media from India. And now we are coming to digital. Republic on digital this July.
Republic TV, #1 on television, soon on digital this July. For 6 years, you've trusted Republic TV with breaking news, views and debates. For the very first time, we're bringing #1 news brand on digital. Stay tuned for Republic Digital this July.
Republic, #1 on TV, now coming to digital. Republic on digital this July.
Republic TV has been #1 for the last 6 years. We've reported some of the biggest stories, stories that matter. We have changed the face of Indian television journalism, and now we are about to do the same on digital. Republic on digital this July.
Republic #1 on TV, now soon on digital this July. Republic TV has been #1 on television for the past 6 years. We broke the biggest stories and reported from where it mattered. We disrupted broadcast news television in India. And now we are all set to go digital. Republic on digital this July.
माननीय प्रधानमंत्री अभी गणपति होम में भाग ले रहे हैं।
सर्वजनानुरंजक निखिल प्रपंच आदर्श भूत अत्युत्कृष्ट परिपालना व्यवस्था सिद्ध्यर्थम तदर्थम अस्मिन् संसद भवने योग्य निर्णय करणार्थम निर्णीतानां कार्याणां सकल प्रतिबंधक निवृत्ति पूर्वकं सफलता सिद्ध्यर्थम सर्वत्र विजयार्थम सर्वेषां जनानां सुख संतोषाद्यभिवृद्ध्यर्थम समस्ताभ्युदयार्थम संसद भवन प्रवेशांगत्वेन कृतानां सुदर्शन होम वास्तु होमादीनां अतिशय फल प्राप्त्यर्थम श्री महागणपति प्रीत्यर्थम श्री महागणपति होम पूर्णाहुतिम आचार्य मुखेन करिष्ये।
Good afternoon. We continue to be live and breaking. It's 12 p.m. I'm Samiksha Srivastava. We start first with the top headlines. Union ministers to hold back-to-back news briefings to highlight achievements in 9 years of Modi government. Nitish Kumar takes the lead, set to host all opposition leaders for a meeting in Patna on 12th of June. In a setback to the opposition unity, Congress now decides to not support the Aam Aadmi Party on Ordinance matter. Amid violence and calls for the NRC in the state, Home Minister Amit Shah to visit Manipur to take stock. Complete chaos in Congress as Karnataka ministers now seek more time to implement the promises.
3, 2, 1, 0. Plus 5 seconds.
Lift off normal.
प्रज्वलन और सफलतापूर्ण उत्थापन GSLV F12 का
Station is currently tracking.
Win for ISRO as GSLV F12 successfully places second generation navigation satellite into intended orbit.
And we start with the news break that's just coming in. Congress having decided to not support the Aam Aadmi Party on the matter of Ordinance. Now remember, this of course comes in the backdrop of the Aam Aadmi Party national convener who's been holding a meeting with several chief ministers of non-BJP ruled states to garner more support when it comes to that face-off that the Aam Aadmi Party has been having with the central government over the ordinance matter. Let's go across first to Anuj, who's getting us this news break. Anuj, help us understand what exactly the situation is. Congress now saying that it is not with the Aam Aadmi Party when it comes to that support that the latter has been trying to garner from several opposition parties.
Well, that's something what we are breaking at this point in time, and this is the latest what we are learning through our sources, that there was a high-level meeting in the AICC itself. It happened at the Congress headquarters in the national capital. It was none other but the president of the Congress party, that's Mallikarjun Kharge, Rahul Gandhi, along with the senior leadership who was present in that very meeting. Now, unanimously, this has been decided that Congress is not going to support Aam Aadmi Party when we are talking about the issue of the ordinance. Let me remind you that earlier we have seen that this was Arvind Kejriwal, the convener of Aam Aadmi Party, the supremo of Aam Aadmi Party, and the Delhi's chief minister, who was having different meeting with a different opposition leader, whether being it Mamata Banerjee, whether being it Sharad Pawar, Uddhav Thackeray. From there also Arvind Kejriwal is seeking the support on the very issue, as we are very much to the monsoon session of the parliament. Also, the Aam Aadmi Party want to come out with a show of strength in that very session also, where they are talking about this particular ordinance which has been brought in by the central. On the other hand, this is the setback to the Congress party now, where the Aam Aadmi Party now, where the Congress has decided that they are not going to support Aam Aadmi Party in this very issue. They are not going to be the part of any kind of protest. As Aam Aadmi Party, what we have been told is they are going to take this issue inside the parliament as well as outside the parliament. That's something what the strategy of Aam Aadmi Party is. But Congress, being one of the oldest party and the big party, has unanimously decided what we have been told, that they are not going to support Aam Aadmi Party in the same. Earlier in the past, we have seen Aam Aadmi Party and Congress coming on one platform, but this time the differences could be clearly seen, as the Aam Aadmi Party was looking for the support from the opposition party, that I mentioned it earlier also, whether being it Mamata Banerjee or the other opposition leader. Today also, this was the meeting with Sitaram Yechuri, what I have been told. But on the other hand, this is another setback, the major setback, we should say, for the Aam Aadmi Party, where the Congress has decided to not to support Aam Aadmi Party.
Yes. But Anuj, do you see this as political opportunism in many ways? Because when it came to boycotting the parliament inauguration, all the opposition parties, in fact, at least 20 of them came together and said that we will not be attending the inaugural ceremony. And now when it comes to this ordinance, the Congress seems to have very conveniently sort of sidetracked and not coming together with the Aam Aadmi Party, particularly on this ordinance matter.
Well, this is something which clearly shows that the opposition party is not on the same page. We do remember what happened in the last session of the parliament, where this was the issue of Adani, which was taken by the opposition parties, where they tried to show their unity. But as you pointed it out very rightly, if we talk about the latest, if we talk about this particular issue of the ordinance, which has been implemented by the central, then the opposition could be clearly seen divided. So this was regarding the suspension of Rahul Gandhi also, when we are talking about the last time. We have seen uproar in both the houses, and how the opposition parties was taking march from the parliament to Vijay Chowk, and there was continuously protest at the Gandhi statue. But on the other hand, if we talk about the different issues, then we have seen the unity is not on the one page. The opposition party is not standing on the one page. Whereas at this point in time, if we talk about this particular issue, Arvind Kejriwal meeting different opposition leader. But on the other hand, if we talk about the Congress party, then they have declared what their mood is.
Yes, stay with us. Let's take a word from Sardar RP Singh also joining us. Mr. Singh, how do you view this? Would you say that this is political opportunism on part of the Congress now that the latter has decided that it will not be supporting the Aam Aadmi Party when it comes to the ordinance matter?
He became the CM for the first time because of the Congress party only. Because Congress party supported and helped Arvind Kejriwal to the CM. Otherwise, he would never be the CM in city. So they have to decide on it what sort of governance they want to give to Delhi. There have been Sheila Dixit also in city, and there have been Vadana Sahaji also in city. But there was never a clash between the center and the state. It's only because of the anarchist style, because of the way he functions, the way he calls people, the bureaucrats at his residence and get them beaten by his goons. So whether they want this sort of system in Delhi, administration in Delhi, or they are serious about running Delhi as a city. But party politics aside, but how Delhi has to go on, that's a bigger issue.
But Mr. Singh, in the larger scheme of things, how do you view this, given that all these opposition parties are trying to stitch an alliance when it comes to that third front, with the Congress now making it very clear that it will not be supporting the Aam Aadmi Party on the ordinance matter, does it look like all these opposition parties are really on the same page when it comes to stitching together an alliance and forming a third front ahead of general elections?
Matter of who has to lead. Issue is there's an issue of leadership. Kejriwal has his own agenda. Mamata Banerjee has her own agenda, or Rahul Gandhi has his own agenda, or the Congress Party has their own agenda. So all of them have their different leaders. They want to project different leaders, and then different people as the people who will head the coalition also as the opposition. So everyone dreams to be the Prime Minister. Let them decide. It's up to them to decide.
Well, that's the fact of the matter, that the opposition still has no consensus when it comes to deciding on that prime ministerial face when it comes to forming that third front. But let's go across and take a word from Lokesh Jindal of the Congress as well. Mr. Jindal, if you can explain to us, why has the Congress decided to not support the Aam Aadmi Party on the ordinance matter?
Introduced a bill again for the impeachment of the Chief Justice of India, who had not been following the due procedure of law. The Aam Aadmi Party refrained to support that bill. Whenever it came issues such as farm laws and other issues, it was more interested for its political mileage rather than the constitutional aspect. Now it has lost all moral grounds to ask for cooperation for a problem that it is itself going through. You cannot shy away from fire in the neighborhood's home and later cry for help when it comes to yours. It has been an anarchist political party without any definite political ideology. It is an opportunist political party. And when it is trying to project it as fighter of some vague ideology, let it fight it out.
But Mr. Jindal, the same can be said by the Aam Aadmi Party as well, that this is opportunism on part of the Congress, because when it came to boycotting the inaugural ceremony, all the opposition parties, in fact at least 20 of them, were united. But when it came to supporting the Aam Aadmi Party on ordinance matter, the Congress seems to have conveniently sidetracked and not support the Aam Aadmi Party in this case. But also talk to us, about the broader spectrum of things here. Does it mean that the Congress will also not be supporting the AAP or coming out with the AAP when it comes to the 2024 elections?
See, Aam Aadmi Party needs to put its house in order, needs to come clean on what exactly is the ideology of that political party. What does it want? Look at the manner in which Aam Aadmi Party resorts to political gimmicks. The head of the party, Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, goes to the Gujarat elections and claims that there is a report from Intelligence Bureau that 100% Aam Aadmi Party is coming to power. Whenever the claims that it puts forth, the kind of moral turpitude this party is spreading all across the country, this is something which is dangerous and disastrous. So first of all, Aam Aadmi Party needs to become a responsible political party. And before comparing it with Congress, for heaven's sake, please do not compare Aam Aadmi Party with that of Congress. Congress has a track record. It's a party with an ideology. It's a party with a leadership. Aam Aadmi Party is a party without any ideology, and it simply aims at scavenging political opportunism.
So, Mr. Jindal, just to sum it all, are you saying that the Congress will not be allying with the Aam Aadmi Party when it comes to forming that third front for the general elections?
See, politics depends upon a lot of factors. Presently, the manner in which Aam Aadmi Party is functioning, it is not in accordance to the principle, ethos and values on which Congress Party fights elections. So Aam Aadmi Party needs to do a lot of correction and needs to undergo a lot of transformation in order to become eligible to stand with the Congress.
Okay. So, Mr. Jindal, you are essentially saying that it would be, in days from now, months that we will get to know. Congress still not yet decided on whether it would be allying with the Aam Aadmi Party as well as other parties to form that third front. But let's take a word from Anuj as well, who's getting us this news break from the national capital. Anuj, any response that you've picked up from the Aam Aadmi Party on the Congress stand when it comes to the ordinance matter?
Well, as of till now, there is no response from Aam Aadmi Party. We are just waiting that what exactly is going to be the political ramification of the same and what is going to be the response of Aam Aadmi Party. Whereas, let me also tell you that Congress Party is going to come out with a press conference. What we have been told there, it is expected that they can speak about, the leadership can speak about the latest, what exactly has been decided. Let me also tell you what I am getting through my sources at this point in time is that there in the Congress, there is some internal fighting also, some infighting also, which is going on. This is regarding the same, whether to support Aam Aadmi Party or whether to not to support Aam Aadmi Party. This is something what exactly is happening within the Congress Party, but exactly what we have been told through our sources that this has been unanimously decided rather that they are not going to support the Aam Aadmi Party, whereas there is some leadership, I am just trying to get more information on the same, who was in support to support Aam Aadmi Party. But on the other hand, let me tell you, at the time of alliance, when it happened at the time of the Delhi election, when Aam Aadmi Party was in alliance with Congress Party, there also this was the particular leadership which was against this particular alliance. But that happened at that point in time, and later we have seen what exactly has happened in the future. This is to see what exactly will be coming out in that very press conference which is lined up for the day, which is going to happen today. And if the Congress Party is going to talk about that what exactly has happened in this particular meeting, where none other but the President Mallikarjun Kharge and Rahul Gandhi himself was also present in that very meeting. But this exactly has been decided as of till now, what we have been told through our sources, that the Congress Party is not going to support Aam Aadmi Party. Okay. This is going to wait and watch what exactly is going to be the future course of action, because we are very much near to the parliament session also. This is going to be the monsoon session which is going to start and whether the opposition is going to show their unity, what is going to happen in 2024 election, this is all going to be to wait and watch. But at this point in time, this is major setback for Aam Aadmi Party. On the other hand, if we talk about this unity or the show of strength by the opposition, then it did also seem that this is weakened at this point in time. It is not that strong.
Yes, Anuj, it's of course being seen as a precursor to the 2024 elections also. But quickly, if you can tell us how many of these opposition parties have till now decided to support the Aam Aadmi Party, now that we are also hearing that Kejriwal would be meeting Sitaram Yechury tomorrow?
Well, that's something what we have been told, that is going to be the meeting with Sitaram Yechury. Whereas if we talk about the earlier meetings which happened, it was Sharad Pawar, it was Uddhav Thackeray, whom with Arvind Kejriwal met, it was Mamata Banerjee. So in collective, like in totality rather, we will have to wait and watch that how many total parties, if we talk about the opposition parties, are going to support Aam Aadmi Party. But being it about the Congress Party, this is going to be a setback for the Aam Aadmi Party, that Congress till now has decided that they are not going to back the Aam Aadmi Party, whereas the continuous meeting could be clearly seen. This is, as I pointed it out earlier, also Mamata Banerjee, this is Sharad Pawar, this is in pipeline, this is Sitaram Yechury. So this is going to be all a meeting with the opposition leaders of Arvind Kejriwal, that's Delhi's Chief Minister and the Supremo and convener of Aam Aadmi Party. So this is to wait and watch for how exactly it is going to pan out. But Aam Aadmi Party don't want to leave the issue. What we have been told that they are going to make it issue in the parliament as well as outside the parliament also.
All right, we leave it at that, Anuj. Of course, remains to be seen how this really pans out. For now, that's of course a setback of sorts coming in for the Aam Aadmi Party. All right, shifting focus in news that came in from Maharashtra, where Chief Minister Eknath Shinde has said that the forthcoming Bandra-Versova sea link will be named after Veer Savarkar.
Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde made a huge announcement. He said the upcoming Bandra-Versova sea link in the western part of Mumbai will be named after Hindutva ideologue late Veer Savarkar.
GST-ಯನ್ನು ಅವರು ತಂದಿರುವಂಥದ್ದು. GST ಬಹಳ ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ಚರ್ಚೆಯಲ್ಲಿತ್ತು. ಈ ವಿಚಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪಕ್ಷಗಳನ್ನು ಕಾನ್ಷಿಯಸ್ನೆಸ್ ತಂದು GST-ಯನ್ನು ಜಾರಿ ಮಾಡಿದರು. ಇವತ್ತು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ನಂಬರ್ 2 ಇದೆ GST ಕಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ. ಆ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆ ಬಂದ ಮೇಲೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಆದಾಯ ಕೂಡ ಇವತ್ತು ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಎರಡನೇದು, ರಾಜ್ಯಗಳಿಗೆ GST-ಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮೊದಲನೇ 5 ವರ್ಷ 14% ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿಡ್ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಅದನ್ನು ಲೆಕ್ಕ ಹಾಕಿ ನಮ್ಮ GST ಕಾಂಪನ್ಸೇಷನ್ ಕೊಡುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಭಾಳಷ್ಟು ರಾಜ್ಯಗಳು 7%, 8%, 9% ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಇದ್ದಂಥ ರಾಜ್ಯಗಳು ಇವತ್ತು 14% ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಗ್ರೋತ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಹೀಗೆ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಆರ್ಥಿಕತೆಯನ್ನು ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಆರ್ಥಿಕವಾಗಿ ರಾಜ್ಯಗಳಿಗೆ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಪ್ರಮಾಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಹಂಚಿಕೆ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಅದು ಅನುಕೂಲ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಎರಡನೇದು, ನೀತಿ ಆಯೋಗವನ್ನು ಅವರು ತಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. 40% ಡೆವಲ್ಯೂಷನನ್ನು ರಾಜ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಕಳೆದ 7 ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ಪ್ರತಿ ವರ್ಷ ನಮಗೆ 8 ರಿಂದ 10 ಸಾವಿರ ಕೋಟಿ ಅತಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಡೆವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಇವತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಅದಾದಮೇಲೆ ನ್ಯೂ ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್ ಪಾಲಿಸಿ, ಆಧುನಿಕ ಜಗತ್ತಿಗೆ ಆಧುನಿಕ ಒಂದು ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಸ್ಪರ್ಧಾತ್ಮಕವಾಗಿ ಭಾಳಷ್ಟು ಸಶಕ್ತ ಆಗಬೇಕು, ತಯಾರಾಗಬೇಕು, ಹೊಸ ಸವಾಲುಗಳನ್ನು ಎದುರಿಸೋದಕ್ಕೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೊಸ ಶಿಕ್ಷಣ ಭಾಳ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಭಾಳ ವರ್ಷ ಚರ್ಚೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. ಆದರೆ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಕೆಲಸ ಯಾರೂ ಮಾಡಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ನರೇಂದ್ರ ಮೋದಿಜಿಯವರು ಹೊಸ ಶಿಕ್ಷಣ ನೀತಿಯನ್ನು ತಂದರು. ಹೊಸ ಶಿಕ್ಷಣ ನೀತಿಯನ್ನು ಅಡಾಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಫಸ್ಟು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ. ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಈಸ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಟು ಅಡಾಪ್ಟ್ ದ ನ್ಯೂ ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್ ಪಾಲಿಸಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಈಗ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನು ಅಡಾಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಈಗ 2ನೇ ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾಲಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇವೆ.
देखा भी, उसको अनुभव भी किया कि किस तरह से एक बड़ा परिवर्तन भारतीय संस्कृति में दिखा है. 9 साल बेमिसाल, इस पर हम पहले भी चर्चा कर चुके हैं, लेकिन सेवा, सुशासन और गरीब कल्याण के 9 साल जो माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी का लक्ष्य है, हम सब ने देश के साथ साथ दिल्ली में भी जो अद्भुत कार्य हुए हैं, हम हृदय से माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी का आभार प्रकट करते हैं. दिल्ली की प्रेजेंटेशन हमने आप सबके सामने पहले की है. तो शिक्षा का विषय हो, स्वास्थ्य का हो, सड़कों का हो, या आवासीय योजनाओं का हो, या सौंदर्यीकरण के प्रोजेक्ट हों, इसका जिक्र मैंने कर्तव्य पर तो उससे शुरू किया. ऐसी कई जनकारी कल्याण योजनाएं हैं जो माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के नेतृत्व में दिल्ली वालों को विशेष रूप से मिली हैं. आज इस पत्रकार वार्ता में माननीय सिंधिया जी की उपस्थिति के माध्यम से पूरे विश्व में माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के नेतृत्व में भारत का जो सम्मान बढ़ा है, भारत को जो स्थान मिला है, उसके लिए विशेष रूप से मैं माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी और उनकी पूरी केंद्रीय परिषद को बधाई देता हूँ. हम लोगों ने वो समय भी देखा है, हम किसी की आलोचना नहीं कर रहा हूँ, लेकिन सिर्फ संकेत में कह के कि पहले भी हमारे देश से प्रधानमंत्री जाते रहे हैं और विदेशों में अपनी बात रखते रहे हैं. लेकिन ऐसा दृश्य मैंने पहली बार देखा है कि श्रद्धा भाव से कोई राष्ट्राध्यक्ष आपके पैरों में झुकता है, तो वो माननीय प्रधानमंत्री का सम्मान नहीं, पूरे हिंदुस्तान वासियों का सम्मान है, पूरे भारत का सम्मान है. अमेरिका के राष्ट्रपति अगर औपचारिकताएं छोड़कर गले लगा रहे हैं और आपसे ऑटोग्राफ मांग रहे हैं, तो वो आप सबका पूरे भारतवासियों का सम्मान है. अगर ऑस्ट्रेलिया के प्रधानमंत्री बॉस कह के संबोधित कर रहे हैं, तो आप सोचिए कि पूरे भारत को कितनी गर्व की अनुभूति होती है. आज भारतीय मुद्रा में तेल भी खरीदा जाता है। दुबई में भारतीय मुद्रा में आप कुछ भी खरीद सकते हैं। ये काम एक रात के काम नहीं है। इसके पीछे की मेहनत, इसके पीछे की सोच, इसके पीछे का विजन वो बहुत बड़ा है। और जिसका मैंने पहले जिक्र किया कि जिस संसद भवन को कल हमने उद्घाटन होते हुए देखा है, हम सबको भी मौका मिलेगा देखने का, लेकिन इतने शॉर्ट समय में इतना बेहतरीन संसद भवन बनाना, भविष्य की योजनाओं को देखते हुए बनाना, तो सही मायनों में मेरा संसद, मेरा अभिमान, मेरे देश का अभिमान है। और मैं, चूंकि पूरा विषय 9 साल की योजनाओं पर जाना है, जिसका मैंने पहले जिक्र किया कि सेवा, सुशासन और गरीब कल्याण के 9 वर्ष, माननीय प्रधानमंत्री के 9 साल बेमिसाल, आज पूरे देश में इस अभियान को लेकर पत्रवार्ताएं हो रही हैं। और 30 मई से 30 जून तक भारतीय जनता पार्टी का प्रत्येक कार्यकर्ता जनता के साथ मिलकर
हमारे यहाँ 6, 7 और 8 मिलियन बैरल्स रोज यूज करेंगे। हमने जो माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने ग्रीन एनर्जी की ट्रांजिशन की है, मैं आपको ग्रीन हाइड्रोजन की बात बता दूं। आने वाले समय में पहले हमारा जो एक्सप्लोरेशन और प्रोडक्शन है, हमारी गैस पिछले साल 18% प्रोडक्शन बढ़ी, इस साल भी 18% बढ़ी, क्योंकि हमारी जनसंख्या बड़ी है और हमारी डिमांड और हमारी इकोनॉमी बहुत अच्छे तरीके से चल रही है। ये आप मान के चलिए कि अगर एनर्जी यूटिलाइजेशन लो होगी, उसका मतलब है कि आपकी रेट ऑफ ग्रोथ भी लो है। जहां पे ज्यादा प्रोडक्शन, ज्यादा ग्रोथ होगी, वहां पे एनर्जी भी लगेगी। हमारे यहाँ ग्रीन हाइड्रोजन के जो माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने बात की थी कि ये मिशन मोड में लेंगे, हमने कैबिनेट में माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने डिसीजन लिया और ग्रीन हाइड्रोजन आने वाले समय में, इंक्लूडिंग उत्तर प्रदेश में, एक ऐसी जगह है जिसके साथ मैं जुड़ा हुआ हूं, अभी मुझे लगता है बहुत जल्दी बहुत एक बड़ा स्टोरेज फैसिलिटी वहां होगी। और मैं अभी कंक्लूड करना चाहूँगा पर्सनल नोट पे, जब ये एस्पिरेशनल डिस्ट्रिक्ट बने तो ये कहा जाता था कि ये यहाँ पे जो विकास है सबसे कम हुआ है। मेरा सौभाग्य एक सोनभद्र के साथ मुझे आपने वो उसको जोड़ा, वो 112वें स्थान पे जब बिल सबसे था। अभी कभी आंकड़े आते हैं 3 नंबर पे, कभी 1 नंबर पे, 2 रुपए। ये है हमारे।
मैं मानता हूं कि महत्वपूर्ण दिवस भारत के इतिहास के लिए, जब देखा जाता है कि किसी भी देश का पथ, आकार और दिशा बनाने में कई सदियां गुजर जाती हैं, लेकिन पिछले 9 वर्षों में जो ऐतिहासिक प्रगति, ऐतिहासिक परिवर्तन प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में
विधायक और मेरे प्यारे भाई और बहनों, आज असम सहित पूरे नॉर्थ ईस्ट की रेल कनेक्टिविटी के लिए एक बहुत बड़ा दिन है। आज नॉर्थ ईस्ट की कनेक्टिविटी से जुड़े 3 काम एक साथ हो रहे हैं। पहला, आज नॉर्थ ईस्ट को अपनी पहली मेड इन इंडिया वंदे भारत एक्सप्रेस मिल रही है। दूसरा, ये पश्चिम बंगाल को जोड़ने वाली तीसरी वंदे भारत एक्सप्रेस है। दूसरा, असम और मेघालय के लगभग 425 किलोमीटर ट्रैक पर बिजलीकरण का काम पूरा हो गया है। तीसरा, लामडिंग में नवनिर्मित डेमू मेमू शेड का भी आज लोकार्पण हुआ है। मैं इन सभी प्रोजेक्ट्स के लिए असम, मेघालय सहित पूरे नॉर्थ ईस्ट और पश्चिम बंगाल के साथियों को बहुत बहुत बधाई देता हूं। साथियों, गुवाहाटी जलपाईगुड़ी वंदे भारत एक्सप्रेस ट्रेन असम और पश्चिम बंगाल के बीच सदियों पुराने संबंधों को और मजबूत करेगी। इससे इस पूरे क्षेत्र में आना जाना और तेज हो जाएगा। इससे कॉलेज, यूनिवर्सिटी में पढ़ने वाले युवा साथियों को सुविधा होगी और सबसे अहम बात, इससे पर्यटन और व्यापार से बनने वाले रोजगार बढ़ेंगे। ये वंदे भारत एक्सप्रेस मां कामाख्या मंदिर, काजीरंगा, मानस राष्ट्रीय उद्यान, पवितरा वाइल्ड लाइफ सेंचुरी को कनेक्ट करेगी। इसके साथ साथ मेघालय के शिलोंग, चेरापूंजी और अरुणाचल प्रदेश के तवांग और पासीघाट तक भी पर्यटकों की सुविधा बढ़ जाएगी। भाइयों और बहनों, इसी सप्ताह केंद्र में एनडीए की सरकार के 9 साल पूरे हुए हैं। बीते 9 साल भारत के लिए अभूतपूर्व उपलब्धियों के रहे हैं, नए भारत के निर्माण के रहे हैं। कल ही देश को आजाद भारत की भव्य दिव्य आधुनिक संसद मिली है। ये भारत के हजारों वर्ष पुराने लोकतांत्रिक इतिहास को हमारे समृद्ध लोकतांत्रिक भविष्य से जोड़ने वाली संसद है। बीते 9 वर्षों की ऐसी अनेक उपलब्धियां हैं जिनके बारे में पहले कल्पना करना भी मुश्किल था। 2014 से पहले के दशक में इतिहास के घोटालों के हर रिकॉर्ड टूट गए थे। इन घोटालों ने सबसे ज्यादा नुकसान देश के गरीब का किया था, देश के ऐसे क्षेत्रों का किया था जो विकास में पीछे रह गए थे। हमारी सरकार ने सबसे ज्यादा गरीब कल्याण को प्राथमिकता दी। गरीबों के घर से लेकर महिलाओं के लिए टॉयलेट तक, पानी की पाइपलाइन से लेकर बिजली कनेक्शन तक, गैस पाइपलाइन से लेकर एम्स मेडिकल कॉलेज तक, रोड, रेल, जलमार्ग, पोर्ट, एयरपोर्ट, मोबाइल कनेक्टिविटी, हमने हर क्षेत्र में पूरी शक्ति से काम किया है। आज भारत में हो रहे इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर के काम की पूरी दुनिया में बहुत चर्चा हो रही है, क्योंकि यही इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर तो जीवन आसान बनाता है। यही इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर तो रोजगार के अवसर बनाता है। यही इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर तेज विकास का आधार है। यही इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर गरीब, दलित, पिछड़े, आदिवासी ऐसे हर वंचित को सशक्त करता है। इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर सबके लिए हैं, समान रूप से हैं, बिना भेदभाव के हैं और इसलिए ये इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर निर्माण भी एक तरह से सच्चा सामाजिक न्याय है, सच्चा सेक्युलरिज्म है। भाइयों और बहनों, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर निर्माण के इस काम का सबसे अधिक लाभ अगर किसी को हुआ है तो वो पूर्वी और उत्तर पूर्वी भारत है। अपने अतीत की नाकामियों पर पर्दा डालने के लिए कुछ लोग कहते हैं कि पहले भी तो नॉर्थ ईस्ट में बहुत काम हुआ था। ऐसे लोगों की सच्चाई नॉर्थ ईस्ट के लोग बहुत अच्छी तरह जानते हैं। इन लोगों ने नॉर्थ ईस्ट के लोगों को मूल सुविधाओं के लिए भी दशकों तक इंतजार करवाया। इस अक्षम्य अपराध का बहुत बड़ा नुकसान नॉर्थ ईस्ट ने उठाया है। जो हजारों गांव, करोड़ों परिवार 9 साल पहले तक बिजली से वंचित थे, उनमें से बहुत बड़ी संख्या नॉर्थ ईस्ट के परिवारों की थी। टेलीफोन, मोबाइल कनेक्टिविटी से वंचित हुए बड़ी आबादी नॉर्थ ईस्ट की ही थी। अच्छे रेल, रोड, एयरपोर्ट की कनेक्टिविटी का अभाव भी सबसे अधिक नॉर्थ ईस्ट में था। भाइयों और बहनों, जब सेवा भाव से काम होता है तो कैसे बदलाव आता है, इसका साक्षी नॉर्थ ईस्ट की रेल कनेक्टिविटी है। मैं जिस स्पीड, स्केल और नियत की बात करता हूं, यह उसका भी प्रमाण है। आप कल्पना कीजिए, देश में 150 वर्ष से भी पहले पहली रेल मुंबई महानगर से चली थी। उसके 3 दशक के बाद ही असम में भी पहली रेल चल चुकी थी। गुलामी के उस कालखंड में भी असम हो, त्रिपुरा हो, पश्चिम बंगाल हो, हर क्षेत्र को रेल से जोड़ा गया था। हालांकि तब जो नियत थी वो जनहित के लिए नहीं थी। उस समय अंग्रेजों का इरादा क्या था? इस पूरे भूभाग के संसाधनों को लूटना, यहां की प्राकृतिक संपदा को लूटना। आजादी के बाद नॉर्थ ईस्ट में स्थितियां बदलनी चाहिए थी। रेलवे का विस्तार होना चाहिए था, लेकिन नॉर्थ ईस्ट के अधिकतर राज्यों को रेल से जोड़ने का काम 2024 के बाद हमें करना पड़ा। भाइयों और बहनों, आपके इस सेवक ने नॉर्थ ईस्ट के जनजीवन की संवेदना और सुविधा को सर्वोच्च प्राथमिकता दी है। देश में आया यही बदलाव बीते 9 वर्षों में सबसे बड़ा और सबसे प्रखर है, जिसे नॉर्थ ईस्ट से विशेष रूप से अनुभव किया है। पिछले 9 वर्षों में पहले की तुलना में नॉर्थ ईस्ट में रेलवे के विकास के लिए बजट भी कई गुना बढ़ाया गया है। 2014 से पहले नॉर्थ ईस्ट के लिए रेलवे का बजट औसत बजट करीब 2,500 करोड़ रुपए का होता था। 2,500 करोड़ रुपया, 2,500। इस बार नॉर्थ ईस्ट का रेल बजट 10,000 करोड़ रुपए से अधिक है, यानी लगभग 4 गुना बढ़ोतरी की गई है। इस समय मणिपुर, मिजोरम, नागालैंड, मेघालय और सिक्किम की राजधानियों को बाकी देश से जोड़ने का काम भी तेज गति से चल रहा है। बहुत जल्द नॉर्थ ईस्ट की सभी राजधानियां ब्रॉडगेज नेटवर्क से जुड़ने वाली हैं। इन प्रोजेक्ट्स पर 1 लाख करोड़ रुपए का खर्च किया जा रहा है। ये दिखाता है कि नॉर्थ ईस्ट की कनेक्टिविटी के लिए बीजेपी की सरकार कितनी प्रतिबद्ध है। भाई और बहनों, आज जिस स्केल के साथ, जिस स्पीड के साथ हम काम कर रहे हैं वह अभूतपूर्व है। अब नॉर्थ ईस्ट में पहले के मुकाबले 3 गुना तेजी से नई रेल लाइनें बिछाई जा रही हैं। अब नॉर्थ ईस्ट में पहले के मुकाबले 9 गुना तेजी से रेलवे लाइनों का दोहरीकरण हो रहा है। पिछले 9 वर्षों में ही नॉर्थ ईस्ट के रेल नेटवर्क का बिजलीकरण शुरू हुआ और अब 100% लक्ष्य की तरफ तेजी से बढ़ रहा है। साथियों, ऐसी ही स्पीड और स्केल के कारण आज नॉर्थ ईस्ट के अनेक क्षेत्र पहली बार रेल सेवा से जुड़ रहे हैं। नागालैंड को 100 साल के बाद अपना दूसरा रेलवे स्टेशन अब मिला है। जहां कभी नैरो गेज पर धीमी रेल चलती थी, वहां अब सेमी हाई स्पीड वंदे भारत और तेजस एक्सप्रेस जैसी ट्रेनें चलने लगी हैं। आज नॉर्थ ईस्ट के पर्यटन को बढ़ावा देने के लिए रेलवे के विस्टा डोम कोच भी नया आकर्षण बन रहे हैं। भाइयों और बहनों, गति के साथ साथ भारतीय रेल आज दिलों को जोड़ने, समाज को जोड़ने और लोगों को अवसरों से जोड़ने का भी माध्यम बन रही है। आप देखिए, गुवाहाटी रेलवे स्टेशन पर भारत का पहला ट्रांसजेंडर टी स्टॉल खोला गया है। ये उन साथियों को सम्मान का जीवन देने का प्रयास है जिनकी समाज से बेहतर बर्ताव की अपेक्षा है। इसी प्रकार वन स्टेशन वन प्रोडक्ट, इस योजना के तहत नॉर्थ ईस्ट के रेलवे स्टेशनों पर स्टॉल्स बनाए गए हैं। ये वोकल फॉर लोकल को बल दे रहे हैं। इससे हमारे स्थानीय कारीगर, कलाकार, शिल्पकार, ऐसे साथियों को नया बाजार मिला है। नॉर्थ ईस्ट के सैकड़ों स्टेशनों पर वाईफाई की सुविधा दी गई है। संवेदनशीलता और गति के इसी संगम से ही प्रगति पथ पर नॉर्थ ईस्ट आगे बढ़ेगा। विकसित भारत के निर्माण का रास्ता सशक्त होगा। एक बार फिर आप सभी को वंदे भारत और दूसरे सभी प्रोजेक्ट्स के लिए बहुत बहुत बधाई देता हूं, बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं देता हूं। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
आपके आशीर्वचन के लिए धन्यवाद।
Viewers, much more coming up on the side. Union ministers to hold back-to-back news briefings to highlight achievements in 9 years of Modi government.
Republic is #1 on television, now soon on digital this July.
A new era of truly international premium schooling is coming to India. Harrow School in the UK, over 450 years, has educated numerous prime ministers, Nobel laureates, royal families, and prominent figures in arts, sciences, and business. Harrow International School is now opening as the most premium co-ed day and boarding school of India in Bengaluru. For admissions to grade 6 onwards, visit harrowbengaluru.in.
#1 on TV, now soon on digital. Republic on digital this July. For the last 6 years, Republic TV has been the #1 channel on TV. On television, day after day, night after night, you, the viewer, have been coming back to us for our investigative reports, our reportage from different parts of the country and the world, our opinions on TV that make us #1. And through our struggles and through everything that we've done to be the #1 channel on TV, it's now time for digital. Republic on digital this July. Republic #1 on TV, now soon on digital this July.
Republic has been #1 for the past 6 years. We've broken the biggest stories and reported from where it mattered most. We've disrupted the broadcast news media from India. And now we are coming to digital. Republic on digital this July.
Republic TV, #1 on television, soon on digital this July. For 6 years, you've trusted Republic TV with breaking news, views and debates. For the very first time, we're bringing #1 news brand on digital. Stay tuned for Republic Digital this July.
Republic #1 on TV, now coming to digital. Republic on digital this July.
अब डिजिटल में आ रहा है रिपब्लिक डिजिटल, रिपब्लिक डायरेक्ट।
माननीय केंद्रीय मंत्री जब अपना प्रेजेंटेशन प्रस्तुत कर रहे थे तो उन्होंने उस समय इस बात को बहुत अच्छे ढंग से प्रस्तुत किया था कि WHO की जो रिपोर्ट है वो क्या बताती है। स्वच्छ भारत मिशन के कारण 3 लाख लोगों की जान बची है और स्वच्छ भारत मिशन का उत्तर प्रदेश के अंदर क्या परिणाम था। 2,61,00,000 गरीबों के तो शौचालय बनाए गए यूपी में, उत्तर प्रदेश के अंदर, और जिसमें भारत सरकार ने पूरे देश के अंदर 11,72,00,000 शौचालय बनाए तो उत्तर प्रदेश के अंदर 2,61,00,000 शौचालयों का निर्माण हुआ। 2,61,00,000 शौचालय और स्वच्छ भारत मिशन को एक जन आंदोलन का रूप लेने का परिणाम क्या था कि उत्तर प्रदेश में इंसेफ्लाइटिस की बीमारी 40 वर्ष में 50,000 से अधिक मौतें अकेले उत्तर प्रदेश के अंदर हुई थी, जिसमें गोरखपुर, बस्ती कमिश्नरी, देवीपाटन कमिश्नरी ये प्रमुख रूप से इसकी चपेटे में थी। 40 वर्ष में 50,000 मौतें जिस बीमारी के कारण हुई हो, आज वह बीमारी पूरी तरह समाप्त हो चुकी है। यानी स्वच्छ भारत मिशन किस रूप में प्रभावी हुई है। इसी प्रकार से प्रदेश के अंदर हर घर नल की योजना, क्या कोई कल्पना करता था ये मिशन मोड पर भी कोई एक कार्यक्रम अभियान चलेगा जिसमें हर परिवार को शुद्ध पेयजल की आपूर्ति में सरकार योगदान दे पाएगी। पहले तो पिक एंड चूज होता था, सबके लिए योजना बन जाए, ये कल्पना थी। पिछले 9 वर्ष के अंदर 11 करोड़ घरों में नल से जल पहुंचा है और उत्तर प्रदेश में अब तक 1 करोड़ 18 लाख घरों में नल से जल हम दे चुके हैं और उत्तर प्रदेश के अंदर अभी युद्ध स्तर पर कार्य चल रहे हैं। लगभग हर राजस्व गांव की हमने मैपिंग कर ली है, उसकी डीपीआर बना ली है और उन सभी, चाहे वह ग्रामीण क्षेत्र हो या शहरी क्षेत्र हो, उनमें या तो घर घर नल की योजना लागू हो चुकी है या फिर लागू करने की तैयारियां उसमें युद्ध स्तर पर चल रही हैं। प्रदेश के अंदर प्रधान
टॉयलेट्स from the time Prime Minister spoke about it on the Red Fort, and making sure that after that, that issue of women's security, safety and dignity is protected, toilets were being constructed and 11.72 crores of toilets have been already built for the sake of our people, of which 100% coverage has been achieved in rural India. Whereas it was only 13% earlier in 2013-14. Now, access to water in houses, again, 12 crore households have been covered with access to pure and good drinking water. You all know the story of Ujjwala. 9.6 crore families have been given free connection, and then the cylinders are being used. There are always this discussion about now when the prices have gone up, what happens? 200 rupees per cylinder, unlimited number of cylinders we are subsidizing even today. So the prices have gone up, not because we want to increase the price, it's a global fact and we are importing it. But we have made sure that 200 rupees goes to the account the moment the order for another cylinder is booked. Then this fact about which Deputy Chief Minister Fadnavis Saab referred, 80 crore people for 2 full years have been given totally free grains and some quantity of pulses so that some protein is also supplied to them. And that even today when we go for international meets in the World Bank or IMF has been...
हमने राशन कार्ड जो फर्जी थे, हमने उसकी जो लोग फर्जी खाते वाले थे उनको बाहर निकाला, वो तो किया है, लेकिन मिशन सबसे बड़ा हमारे सामने क्या था? कोविड वैक्सीन। कोविड महामारी ने दुनिया के सामने बड़ा संकट खड़ा कर दिया। अब जान बचाएं कि अर्थव्यवस्था बचाएं, ये लोग कहते थे, मीडिया के मित्र भी कहते थे। मोदी जी ने गरीबों को भूखमरी से भी बचाया और महामारी से भी बचाया। 2 वैक्सीन देश में बनाई भी, 220 करोड़ वैक्सीन मुफ्त में लगाई भी, 160 देशों को वैक्सीन पहुंचाई भी, आज दुनिया के साथ वैक्सीन मैत्री निभाई भी। और सुंदर पिचाई जी ने आकर कहा मुझसे यहां पर कि भाई मोदी जी ने तो कमाल कर दिया, मैं तो सिलिकॉन वैली में बैठ के भी अपने सर्टिफिकेट की कॉपी जेब में लेकर चलता हूं, हार्ड कॉपी। मोदी जी ने तो कोविन ऐप पर डिजिटल कॉपी दे दी जो दुनिया के बड़े बड़े देश नहीं कर पाए। भारत की छवि कहां पहुंच गई? वैक्सीन दी भी, दवाइयां भी दी और डिजिटल सर्टिफिकेट भी दिया। नेक्स्ट, अब ये बिना भेदभाव से दिया। नेक्स्ट, अब मित्रों मकान, कल रात को बारिश हुई तो आपको लगा कि बहुत अच्छा मौसम हो गया अहमदाबाद में, लेकिन जैसे ऋतुएं बदलती हैं, हिंदुस्तान में मौसम बदलता है तो कईयों की मुसीबत भी बढ़ती थी। भीषण गर्मी में लू से गरीब जलता था, शीतलहर की ठंड से ठिठुरता था, बारिश की बूंदों से उसका चूल्हा से लेके उसका बिस्तर तक गीला हो जाता था और सर्दी में ओस की बूंद बूंद से उसको ठंड से कांपना पड़ता था। महिलाओं का सबसे बड़ा सपना एक पक्का मकान का होता था, जो कांग्रेस के समय उसमें भी कमीशन मांगी जाती थी, थोड़ा सा पैसा दिया जाता था, दीवारें खड़ी होती थी, छत पड़ती नहीं थी। मोदी जी ने 3.5 करोड़ पक्के मकान मात्र 9 साल में बनाकर दे दिए। 3.5 करोड़ पक्के मकान। गरीब
Number 1 on TV. Now soon on digital. Republic on digital this July.
A new era of truly international premium schooling is coming to India. Harrow School in the UK, over 450 years, has educated numerous prime ministers, Nobel laureates, royal families, and prominent figures in arts, sciences, and business. Harrow International School is now opening as the most premium co-ed day and boarding school of India in Bengaluru. For admissions to grade 6 onwards, visit harrowbengaluru.in.
Republic TV, number 1 on television, soon on digital this July.
Republic TV has been number 1 for the last 6 years. We've reported some of the biggest stories, stories that matter. We have changed the face of Indian television journalism, and now we are about to do the same on digital. Republic on digital this July.
माननीय प्रधानमंत्री अभी गणपति होम में भाग ले रहे हैं।
सर्वजनानुरंजक निखिल प्रपंच आदर्श भूत अत्युत्कृष्ट परिपालना व्यवस्था सिद्ध्यर्थम तदर्थम अस्मिन् संसद भवने योग्य निर्णय करणार्थम निर्णीतानां कार्याणां सकल प्रतिबंधक निवृत्ति पूर्वकं सफलता सिद्ध्यर्थम सर्वत्र विजयार्थम सर्वेषां जनानां सुख संतोषाद्यभिवृद्ध्यर्थम समस्ताभ्युदयार्थम संसद भवन प्रवेशांगत्वेन कृतानां सुदर्शन होम वास्तु होमादीनां अतिशय फल प्राप्त्यर्थम श्री महागणपति प्रीत्यर्थम श्री महागणपति होम पूर्णाहुतिम आचार्य मुखेन करिष्ये।
माननीय प्रधानमंत्री अभी संकल्प ले रहे हैं।
बृहदुदरमशेषं भूतिरूपं पुराणम् अमरवरसुपूज्यं रक्तवर्णं सुरेशं पशुपतिसुतमीशं विघ्नराजं नमामि। श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। मनोरथान्
Republic has been number 1 for the last 6 years, and in these 6 years you've loved us, you've supported us, you've stood by us. And
अब डिजिटल में आ रहा है रिपब्लिक, रिपब्लिक डिजिटल, रिपब्लिक डायरेक्ट।
Much importance. 15 new aims have been built, whereas we had only 7 till 2014. 700 new medical colleges have been built, whereas we had 641 all put together till 2014. And this has resulted in 69,663 new medical seats, whereas till now, till 2014, in all put together, you had only 82,000 seats. Similar story for IITs. 16 till 2014, we've added 7 in the last 9 years. Added 7 IIMs in the last 9 years. 390 new universities in the last 9 years. So you have numbers speaking for how much for skilling and how much for higher education the government has invested, and the cost is borne by the central government because manpower comes from them, land comes from the state, and the resources are all pooled for higher education. Now this is a very important slide, considering that I've told you huge amount of fertilizers, the traditional types, are being imported even now, whereas India has done a massive progress in identifying liquid nano urea, which will be useful for us, and as a result the manufacturing plant has also been set up. And one thing I like to add here, liquid nano urea is so important from so many different aspects. Unlike the traditional fertilizer, which is thrown on the ground, sprayed like that and falls on the ground, and then you water the plant, the fertilizer and its traits go to the soil. Whereas a nano liquid fertilizer is sprayed on the leaves. So it goes to the leaves directly and not to the soil. Effectiveness of a fertilizer reaches directly to the plant rather than from the soil through the root, through the stem, and then to the branches. This actually goes to the leaf directly, and the
Republic TV, #1 on television, soon on digital this July.
#1 on TV, now soon on digital. Republic on digital this July. For the last 6 years, Republic TV has been the #1 channel on TV. On television, day after day, night after night, you, the viewer, have been coming back to us for our investigative reports, our reportage from different parts of the country and the world, our opinions on TV that make us #1. And through our struggles and through everything that we've done to be the #1 channel on TV, it's now time for digital. Republic on digital this July. Republic #1 on TV, now soon on digital this July.
Republic has been #1 for the past 6 years. We've broken the biggest stories and reported from where it mattered most. We've disrupted the broadcast news media from India. And now we are coming to digital. Republic on digital this July.
Republic TV, #1 on television, soon on digital this July. For 6 years, you've trusted Republic TV with breaking news, views and debates. For the very first time, we're bringing #1 news brand on digital. Stay tuned for Republic Digital this July.
Republic #1 on TV, now coming to digital. Republic on digital this July.
Republic TV has been #1 for the last 6 years. We've reported some of the biggest stories, stories that matter. We have changed the face of Indian television journalism, and now we are about to do the same on digital. Republic on digital this July.
Republic #1 on TV, now soon on digital this July. Republic TV has been #1 on television for the past 6 years.
Good afternoon, it's 1 p.m. I'm Samiksha Srivastava. We are tracking all the top stories this Monday afternoon, beginning first with the top headlines. Union ministers hold back-to-back news briefings to highlight achievements in 9 years of Modi government. Nitish Kumar takes the lead, set to host all opposition leaders for a meeting in Patna on 12th of June. In a setback to the opposition unity, Congress decides to not support the Aam Aadmi Party on Ordinance matter. Complete chaos in Congress. Karnataka ministers now seek more time to implement promises. Amid violence and calls for NRC in state, Home Minister Amit Shah to visit Manipur to take stock. ISRO chief announces Chandrayaan 3 will be launched in July. All right, we have a big statement that's now coming in, an announcement coming in from the ISRO chief saying that Chandrayaan 3 would be launched in the month of July. So in just a month from now, Chandrayaan 3 would be launched, and that's a statement that has now come in from the ISRO chief, the Indian Space Research Organization chief, S. Somanath. Listen in to that statement that's coming from the ISRO chief, stating that it's going to be a big launch in just a month from now.
See, lesson is simple. Lesson is very simple. Learn from the past. Do what is possible with your capacity at this moment. That's all. Failures may happen. Even now, this could have failed. No, a rocket launch is like that. There are thousands of reasons that it can fail. And if it is, if there is a system like that, fine. But we have to do what is needed to be done, so that we don't regret later. That's all. Chandrayaan 3 will be launched in July. I am very confident. Thank you.
All right, let's go across to Abhishek Kapoor also. Abhishek, how much is the ISRO prepared this time around for the successful launch of Chandrayaan 3, what is being called, in just a month from now? All right, we seem to have lost that connection. We'll try and connect with Abhishek again. But remember the mission and objective of Chandrayaan 3, as mentioned on the ISRO official website, is to have a safe and soft landing on the moon, followed by a rover to conduct the in-situ experiments on the moon as well. Remember, this comes after the failure of Chandrayaan 2 in 2019. Let's go back to Abhishek Kapoor. Abhishek, how do you see this big announcement coming in, and how well prepared is the ISRO this time around for Chandrayaan 3 launch in just a month from now?
In fact, the preparations are in full swing, Samiksha, and the latest development was that last week,
all right, we'll try and fix that audio again. But once again, listen in to that statement that's coming from the ISRO chief on Chandrayaan 3 mission.
See, lesson is simple. Lesson is very simple. Learn from the past. Do what is possible with your capacity at this moment. That's all. Failures may happen. Even now, this could have failed. No, a rocket launch is like that. There are thousands of reasons that it can fail. And if it is, if there is a system like that, fine. But we have to do what is needed to be done, so that we don't regret later. That's all. Chandrayaan 3 will be launched in July. I am very confident. Thank you.
All right, so there you heard the ISRO chief very confident that it's going to be a stable landing on the moon this time around. Abhishek is back with us. Abhishek, tell us more how well prepared is the ISRO this time around.
Well, Samiksha, so preparations are in full swing. The information that we had is that just 2 days back, the Chandrayaan-3 craft has actually reached the spaceport, which is the Satish Dhawan Space Center in Sriharikota. And the launching date has now been announced by ISRO Chairman S. Somnath. And remember, we had one more attempt earlier that did not succeed, the Chandrayaan-2, which was done in 2019. And whatever lessons were there in terms of the loopholes that had to be plugged, the deficiencies that had to be removed, that has been done. Now Chandrayaan-3 is all set to reach the dark surface of the moon. It would have a propulsion craft and an analytics robotics lab, which would soft land on the surface of the moon on the dark side and carry out whatever tasks that have been planned. Now, we know that the Chandrayaan-3 spacecraft has already reached the Sriharikota Space Center, the Satish Dhawan Space Center. And this time, the lander and the rover unit of Chandrayaan-3 they aim to repurpose the orbiter Chandrayaan-2 for this lunar mission. Essentially, what we are going to see is, unlike Chandrayaan-2, which would have gone around the moon's surface, this time Chandrayaan-3 would be making a soft landing, and the rover would actually spend some time carrying out the experiments. There are scientific payloads on both the lander and the rover, and it seems that we are fully prepared, and that's why this announcement is coming today.
All right. Abhishek, just a quick follow-up question. What do you think were the challenges until this announcement was made? The ISRO chief is very, very confident that this time around it's going to be a safe landing on the moon. But talk to us about the challenges that probably were in the way of the ISRO until this announcement came in by the ISRO chief.
So going by the earlier failure, Samiksha, there were two specific deficiencies that had to be addressed. One was, of course, the cryogenic stage of the spacecraft, and the second was some software glitch, because of which the Chandrayaan-2 mission had failed. There was a Vikram lander, and the guiding software had malfunctioned, which caused it to crash down on the moon's surface. I believe those two deficiencies have been taken care of, and this time the composite spacecraft, which has a lander and a rover, apart from a propulsion module, which is going to take the spacecraft 100 kilometers close to the moon's orbit, and then try to make a soft landing. We had, remember, last time almost succeeded, but then during the descent, the Chandrayaan-2 lost control because of a software glitch, and then it crash landed. So hopefully those two issues now addressed, and the ISRO team led by Chairman S. Somnath confident of Chandrayaan-3's safe landing and the experiments on the moon's surface, and that's why the date has been announced today.
All right, Abhishek, thank you for giving us your insights. In fact, once again, listen in to the ISRO chief statement coming in on the Chandrayaan-3 mission that will happen in just a month from now.
See, lesson is simple. Lesson is very simple. Learn from the past. Do what is possible with your capacity at this moment. That's all. Failures may happen. Even now, this could have failed. No, a rocket launch is like that. There are thousands of reasons that it can fail. And if it is, if there is a system like that, fine. But we have to do what is needed to be done, so that we don't regret later. That's all. Chandrayaan will be launched in July. I am very confident. Thank you.
All right, so there you heard the ISRO chief very confident, saying that the ISRO is very sure that this time it's going to be a safe landing on the moon. Chandrayaan-3 all set to be launched for a stable landing on the moon in the month of July. Remember, this is a follow-on to the mission. Chandrayaan-2 to demonstrate end-to-end capability in safe landing and roving on the lunar surface. It consists of a lander and rover configuration. All right, shifting focus into news that's coming in from the national capital, where another shocking incident has now come to light, where we understand in Delhi's Shahbad area, a jilted lover stabbed to death a 16-year-old. In fact, we're given to understand a CCTV has also surfaced of this shocking murder. The alleged accused is now said to be absconding, and the search is underway to nab the accused. We'll play out that CCTV also that has now surfaced, that has captured the whole shocking incident. There you see the jilted lover who stabbed 16-year-old to death. The accused is now said to be absconding, and efforts are now underway to find this accused who stabbed a 16-year-old to death. This incident, we understand, happened in Delhi's Shahbad area, where jilted lover was seen attacking a minor girl with a sharp knife. So 16-year-old woman who was stabbed to death in Delhi's Shahbad area. The whole incident, as you can see, was captured on the CCTV as well. In fact, a statement has also come in from the Delhi police saying that the accused, who's identified as Sahil, is still absconding, and there are all efforts being made to find his location. Let's go across to Piyush Ori as well, who's getting us the details. Piyush, give us the whole timeline. What do we know about this incident? When did this happen? And what do we know about this minor who was stabbed to death by her jilted lover?
So, Samiksha, this is indeed a very shocking news that has come from the Shahbad area of the outer north area of Delhi, where the 16-year-old girl who has been identified as Sakshi was stabbed to death by her friend identified as Sahil. Now, not only this person stabbed Sakshi multiple times. In fact, what we've been told is that there were 25 stab wounds which was incurred on Sakshi, who was just 16 years old. But to make sure that Sakshi died completely, this person, Sahil, also crushed her face with a stone. So you can understand that how brutal has this death actually been. Now, what we've also been told is that the Delhi police has formed a special team to get hold of Sahil, but this entire incident being caught in CCTV just gets you know that how unsafe actually the streets of Delhi is. And in this case, this time the unfortunate victim was 16-year-old Sakshi, who was stabbed multiple times by her friend Sahil. Back to you in the studio.
All right, remains to be seen whether the police is successful to nab his location or not. For now, Piyush, thank you for getting us those details. And we continue to track the latest as far as the Rajasthan Congress crisis is concerned. The Congress High Command seems to have finally taken cognizance and is trying to assuage the concerns of both the leaders, the Chief Minister as well as a former Deputy Chief Minister of the state, Sachin Pilot. We're given to understand that an in-person meet, one-on-one meeting that would be held of Congress Chief Mallikarjun Kharge with Ashok Gehlot and Sachin Pilot. It's being said that it would be around 2 p.m. that a meet would be held between Congress Chief Mallikarjun Kharge and Ashok Gehlot. A statement that has also come in from Mallikarjun Kharge speaking about this meet that would happen today with both the leaders, Ashok Gehlot as well as Sachin Pilot.
सर क्या राजस्थान का विवाद आज सुलझ जाएगा, क्योंकि अशोक गहलोत और सचिन पायलट दोनों से आप मुलाकात करने वाले हैं, इस तरह की?
हाँ, करने वाले हैं। आने के बाद ही मालूम होगा कि तो डिस्कशन करेंगे, पार्टी के हित में जो कुछ बातें होगी वो चर्चा करेंगे।
सर क्या राजस्थान का विवाद आज सुलझ जाएगा, क्योंकि अशोक गहलोत और सचिन पायलट दोनों से आप मुलाकात करने वाले हैं, इस तरह की?
हाँ, करने वाले हैं। आने के बाद ही मालूम होगा कि तो डिस्कशन करेंगे, पार्टी के हित में जो कुछ बातें होगी वो चर्चा करेंगे।
All right, we'll also listen into the first statement that's coming in from Ashok Gehlot just hours ahead of that key meet that would take place of Mallikarjun Kharge with Sachin Pilot as well as Ashok Gehlot. Now remember, this meet just comes close on the heels of that ultimatum also ending that was earlier given by Sachin Pilot to meet the demands. In fact, one of the demands that was made by Sachin Pilot was to give compensation to those affected by the paper leak incident in the case, to which The Rajasthan Chief Minister had responded taking a swipe at Sachin Pilot, calling it intellectual bankruptcy on part of Sachin Pilot. In fact, let's listen into that reaction that's now coming from Ashok Gehlot on the meet that would take place in just an hour from now.
जिंदगी में सुने नहीं कभी भी कि कोई भी नेता कोई चीज़ मांगे कि मुझे मिल जाए या हाईकमांड उनको ऑफर करेगा आप कौन सा पद दोगे, ऐसा रिवाज कांग्रेस में मैंने तो जिंदगी में कभी देखा नहीं है। जितने आपके मीडिया वाले जो प्रचार करते रहते हैं, स्टोरी बनाते रहते हैं या लोग बनवाते रहते होंगे, उसमें कोई दम नहीं होता है। हाईकमांड इतनी मजबूत आज भी है, कांग्रेस पार्टी इतनी मजबूत है कि ऐसी स्थिति नहीं आई कि आप किसी को मनाने के लिए ऑफर करो, आप कौन सा पद स्वीकार करोगे, ऐसा आज तक ऐसे कभी हुआ नहीं जिंदगी में, ना कभी होगा। कांग्रेस बहुत मजबूत संगठन है आज भी, हाईकमांड बहुत मजबूत है। ना किसी कार्यकर्ता नेता की इतनी हिम्मत है वो कहे नहीं ये नहीं मैं ये लूंगा पद, ऐसा कभी होता नहीं है। ये सब स्टोरी अखबार में चलती रहती है या फिर कुछ लोग चलाते रहते हैं या स्टोरी बनवाते रहते होंगे, कोई दम नहीं है।
दिल्ली में आज की बैठक से कितनी उम्मीदें हैं आपको? आज की बैठक से कितनी उम्मीदें हैं?
आज की बैठक को लेकर देखिए बात सुनिए, एक तो अब हम लोग का आना जाना लगातार जारी रहेगा क्योंकि अब प्रधानमंत्री जी आ रहे हैं परसों जयपुर के अजमेर के अंदर आ रहे हैं, तो ये जो सिलसिला है चुनाव का बिगुल बच चुका एक प्रकार से। हमारे जो महंगाई राहत शिविर है उसको लेके प्रधानमंत्री जी और तमाम ये पार्टी लोग घबरा गए हैं। प्रधानमंत्री जी को ये ब्रीफ किया गया है कि आप बराबर आओ, लगातार मैंने सुना वो हर जिले में आ रहे हैं, इतना महत्व दे रहे हैं राजस्थान को क्योंकि उनके पास कहने को है नहीं लोकल पार्टी के पास। तो
All right, so there you heard the first response. It's now coming from Ashok Gehlot. Let's go across to Anuj as well. Anuj, when we talk about that ultimatum that was earlier given by Sachin Pilot, is there any scope that the Rajasthan government could be paying heed to that ultimatum, the demands that were earlier made by him?
Well, as per the sources, let me tell you, this is being stated, or rather, what we are learning from the Congress party, that infighting continues. As you pointed it out very rightly earlier, this was the ultimatum which was given by Sachin Pilot. And now this is an important meeting which has been called in by the top brassers in the national capital itself. This is going to be Mallikarjun Kharge, the president of the Congress party, who will be meeting Ashok Gehlot and Sachin Pilot individually. Let me tell you that at 2 p.m. this is going to be Ashok Gehlot first, and at 2:30 this is going to be Sachin Pilot, who will be meeting Mallikarjun Kharge. But the reaction which is coming in from Ashok Gehlot, the Chief Minister, it is making it clear that the things are not concluded yet and everything is not on line when we are talking about the state of Rajasthan and the Congress party. There it has been categorically stated by Ashok Gehlot that no Karyakarta, no leader can take any position of his will. This has to be decided by the top brassers of the Congress party, and the Ala Kaman is going to decide the same. That's the line which has been taken by Ashok Gehlot. So we will wait and watch what exactly is going to happen and how it is going to pan out. But this is going to be an important meeting. Till now, Sachin Pilot is adamant. That's something what we have been told. And this is going to be the discussion that what exactly is going to be the future course of action when we are talking about the upcoming election in the state of Rajasthan. This is going to be very crucial because the infighting message is going to the cadre there on the ground.
Yes.
And it is damaging Congress party to control.
Yes, Anuj, and let's see whether it's going to have the feud between the two leaders, whether it would have a spiraling effect on Rajasthan polls as well. But for now, shifting focus to more newsbreak that's just coming in. And news coming in regarding the death penalty that was sought by the NI, the Delhi High Court that was hearing the matter has now issued a notice to separatist leader Yasin Malik. This as it was hearing a plea of the NI seeking a death penalty for separatist leader Yasin Malik. We're now given to understand that the Delhi High Court has now issued a notice over the NI plea seeking that death penalty for separatist leader Yasin Malik. Let's go across to Gursimran as well.